Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Alien vs. Predator Galaxy YouTube channel. This is Aaron Percival, aka Corporal Hicks,
And this is Adam Zeller, aka Ridgetop.
and welcome back to the Motion Tracker videos. And we've got a good one for you today. We have seen some of the questions that I've been joking about of, is there going to be aliens in your alien show? So we decided it was time to drop some alien news about this alien show, and we've got a nice little exclusive for everybody that I think we'll all be pretty interested in. So, Adam, what the hell is going on?
So we can confidently say that Weta will be doing the creature effects for the Xenomorphs in this upcoming Alien series.
Okay, do you want to have a read through?
Yeah, so we'll just go through this article here that should be going up right as this video does. Following the recent news surrounding the themes of the upcoming FX Alien series, such as competing corporations or consciousness transference, what if the more frequent questions we've been seeing from fans is regarding the aliens themselves? Looking for some news on our favorite extraterrestrials' involvement in the series, and we're pleased to bring you some intel on that front. So, according to our sources, none other than effects studio Weta will be responsible for designing and bringing the Xenomorphs to life in Noah Hawley's upcoming FX series. Though we can safely reveal that Weta is currently involved in the series production, we can't say what the blend of practical and digital effects will be for the aliens when the series moves into production in March. Weta is actually comprised of sister companies. You have Weta Digital, which handles primarily computer generated effects, and Weta Workshop, handling primarily practical effects and concept art. We would hope there's some degree of return to form with the balance of including practical effects for the Xenomorphs. But if they're going to be an entirely digital creation, Weta Digital's previous work with the prawn creatures in the film District 9 certainly gives us confidence in this route as well. I know you've always mentioned that, Aaron, as an example of very realistic looking CG creatures.
I always call back to the prawns because their effects work in District 9 was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's
And
why
that came
I
out in like what, 2010?
Yeah, it's old. It's old.
Yeah. While Weta has previous experience in the franchise in creating a number of the digital effects in Prometheus, including a cut digital incarnation of the five-field mutant creature, this is their first foray into the concepts and effects of the Xenomorphs for the screen. Weta Workshop also produces collectibles and has made a number of Alien and Predator display pieces for their Micro Epics line. So yeah, that is the news we can bring you, that Weta is on board for the series.
And honestly, if it'll always be a bummer to me if there's not practical stuff on the set, on the production. But I mean, ever since Blomkamp's thing was looking likely, I was always sort of expecting Weta to be doing the effects for that film. I mean, we know it ended up being, well, it would have been ADI on that,
For the practical side,
yeah. But I was, because of Blomkamp's relationship with Weta through Neil Jackson, I was always just Peter Jackson. I was always just expecting to see mocap Weta aliens, and I'm kind of excited at the prospect because I think it'll make things like being able to do, in isolation, that phenomenal introduction of the alien as it's coming out the vents and it's sort of wrapping around. That kind of thing must be so much easier to do with like the mocap stuff. So I'm hoping it means we'll get to see that kind of thing on the screen. And honestly, if it looks as good as the prawns, I'm all on board with this.
Yeah. I just personally feel that CG is at its best when it's mixed with strong practical effects. And you see that a lot in the Star Wars TV series now. And Weta can do both. These sister companies like Weta Workshop did some incredible practical effects for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. But they leaned a bit more heavily into the CG side for the Hobbit films. And I think there were some gripes about those. So I do really hope that there is a strong blend of the practical with the CG in this, especially for the close-up shots of the aliens when they're interacting with the actors. But we'll see what happens in terms of what route they are going to go down. But I mean, even Prometheus, right? Prometheus came out in 2012, and the CG that they did do in the film that wasn't cut from it looked incredible. So
that was a lot of the spaceship stuff, wasn't it? The
yes,
derelict, yeah.
yeah, as well as the chair, I believe, and some of the engineer compositing stuff. So
And I'm fairly sure the article links to their effects reel, doesn't it?
I think they did the Deacon CGI as well, I believe.
No, the Deacon was a puppet.
It was, but they did it over with CG. It's listed on their filmography. They specify the Deacon, I believe.
Yeah, so if you follow the link on the board on the article, and in fact I'll throw it in the YouTube video video description as well, so you can follow it through to see what Weta Digital did with Prometheus. But even like, I know a lot of people, myself included, to be honest, prefer Weta's incomplete digital file field to the practical one we got in the film, because it was a lot more alien-like.
Yeah.
Whereas the practical one was a bit more zombie-like.
Space zombie, yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what they'll come up with. I'm kind of bummed out a little bit that EDI aren't doing it or Legacy aren't doing it, but
as am I. But Legacy's busy with Star Wars, and we'll get to see some of ADI's work in Prey coming up. So, but yeah, it would have been nice to have them back for the Aliens.
But it's exciting to see a new studio handle it as well, and especially one with as much prestige as Weta has.
Right, Weta has not done Xenomorphs proper, so I'm very excited to see their take on it, and I have no doubt they'll do excellent work. They do fantastic work, and especially their sci-fi stuff is always so cool. Like, I know they worked on the Altered Carbon series as well for Netflix. So
cool. Well, what about you guys and girls out there? How are you feeling about Weta taking over and taking on this iteration of the Xenos of XX121? Let us know down in the comments section below. Again, if you're unfamiliar with the website, please check us out. All the stuff's on the bottom of the screen right now. avpgalaxy.net for the main website. Facebook's AVP Galaxy, Twitter's AVP Galaxy. And if you head on the board on the main website as well, there's written versions of loads of our content. And there's also old school message boards where you can interact with fellow Alien and Predator fans. Or there's a Facebook group if you're more interested in disorganized chaos discussion. I'm more of a fan of the boards myself, so come and join us on there. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. This has been Corporal Hicks.
And Ridgetop.
Signing off.